Hi, welcome back to our channel. In one of the videos we made in January, we spoke about the concept of not letting certain behavior in our children go unchecked.
Because they quickly will become habits. And we were speaking about tattling. If you've missed that video, we'll link it in the description box. Today, let's dive into another very important topic on the power of words, highlighted in Matthew 5:37.
Let your yes mean yes and your no mean no. So let's imagine you're chatting on the couch with a friend, you have a couple of cookies for him, and your child comes in and asks for a cookie. Because it's close to dinner time, you decide to say no. Minutes later, your child comes back in the room and asks again for a cookie, and you say no again. And after a couple of minutes, a third time he comes in, and out of frustration, you give up and your child goes away with a cookie. So after all, why interrupting a discussion with your friend for a power struggle with your child?
But the real question is not whether a cookie really spoils a meal, because let's be honest, we all have different opinions about that. It's what does our no really mean?
Is today's no the same as tomorrow's or a week from now?
Or does it depend on our attitude, our stress level, or our child's persistence?
And what we may not realize, many similar patterns, actually a lot of them, happen during the day.
And for example, we're at the park and we need to go home, but our child doesn't want to. So we start counting to 1, 2, 3, which turns quickly into 25 and 30 more minutes at the park. Or you tell your child they can watch only one clip on your phone, and when it's finished, you take your phone. They start screaming and you quickly hand them their phone back.
So through the day, all those little moments, they add up and they create a pattern.
And let's pause for a moment and think about it. What do we teach our children if we're inconsistent?
It actually opens the door for confusion and disobedience.
And then we feel frustrated because they do not respect our boundaries. Right? Anyone?
On the contrary, if they can trust on our consistency, it helps to build trust, clarity,
and gives them security.
Take a moment to reflect. How are you consistent with your yes or your no?
Are your responses clear and constant, or do they change depending on the situation? Honestly, we've all been there, right? When we were just too tired, we had no patience, and we just gave in because all we needed was peace and quiet.
What are we really teaching our kids in those moments? Are we setting boundaries they can rely on, or sending a mixed signal?
Consistency helps them understand expectations, even if we feel exhausted or frustrated. And this was a big wake-up call for us, and we're so grateful that we heard about this, the power of words, early on our parenting journey. But we often tell parents that if you're not ready to follow through, rather say nothing at all.
And obviously, this should be the exception and not the rule. Let's go back to the scenario with the cookies, and the most effective response is to get out of our comfort zone.
Apologizing politely and interrupting your coffee with your friend.
Taking your child calmly to another room to explain him why you said no isn't easy or convenient.
But it truly makes a difference in building consistency and understanding. So why does all this yes and no really matter?
Number 1, consistency creates trust between you and your child. Number 2, children feel safe and secure because they know what to expect.
Or number 3, mixed signals leads to confusion, frustration, and insecurity.
Number 4, clear yes and no. Teach them about limits and expectation.
Number 5, when your words align with your actions, children learn to respect authority. Number 6, consistency helps children to understand and manage their emotion in response to limits.
And lastly, number 7, clear boundaries reduce the chance of constant pushback and power struggles.
Yeah, though you will still have them, especially in the training phase, because it's just part of our parenting journey. There will be times when flexibility is necessary, but consistency, especially during the training phase, is so essential.
It creates a sense of clarity and security, which ultimately will help the entire family.
Exactly. And if you found this video encouraging, join us weekly for practical and life-giving insights on this beautiful journey called parenthood. Until then,
Bye.
bye.